Before I get into the breakdown of Sam Darnold, I need to explain something to a lot of people that people are not taking into consideration what happened with Sam Darnold this past year. Week 4 against the Denver Broncos, Sam Darnold suffered a shoulder AC joint sprain. Okay? This is a very scary injury. All right? In his right shoulder, his throwing shoulder. Okay? Right off of this sack on this play. Now, an AC joint sprain can take longer than 6 weeks to heal. Longer than 6. Well, watch this. Bam! Right there. Done. And that play specifically had him with this injury the rest of the year. Now, if it takes over 6 weeks to heal, what in the world were they doing? They had Joe Flacco come in for him in this game. He comes back in week 7 and plays week 7 and 8. Obviously not fully healed. And then they had to take him out week 9, week 10, week 11. They brought him back week 12, where in which week 13, he starts playing his best football of the year because he finally had time to let that shoulder heal. You can't expect a guy with a sprained joint in his throwing shoulder to play well. And yet everybody who's talking about Sam Darnold and how bad he is, yes, they talk about, well, he didn't have protection. I mean, awful wide receivers, right? Most of the time, his best wide receivers, when it came to Perryman and Crowder, were out for half the season due to injury. Well, Sam Darnold was dealing with one of the worst injuries you could possibly play with as a quarterback. And yet no one wants to talk about that. Let's see how he does later on. I got a funny feeling he's going to do a whole lot better with a healthy throwing shoulder as opposed to being forced to play with a sprained shoulder well before it got healed. One of the most underrated things about Sam Darnold is his ability to scramble. And that came very apparent, in my opinion, against the game all season, actually. I mean, he was sacked for the most he's ever been sacked this past year. But this play right here exemplifies how good he is at escaping pressure while in the pocket because, oh my goodness, he should have been sacked by 2 different defensive linemen on this play and somehow was able to get out of it and gain positive yards. Wow. Let's take a look at this from an actual perspective of his, okay? Because on this play, you got Javon Kinlaw and Eric Armstead both getting hands on him. These are near 300-pound defensive linemen that should bring him down once they get hands on him. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. He's able to avoid the sack twice on this play and get upfield. Watch this. Good Lord. Oh, what a move. And the power to power through. My goodness. Unreal. Watch here as Javon Kinlaw, number 99, because he took over DeForest Buckner's number once he left. He completely beats out that left guard. Gets inside. He's got right there. He's got a hand. He's got a hand on Darnold right there. Darnold should not be able to get away from this. But watch how his power, he just breaks right through that. Oh, crap. Eric Armstead then gets an arm in there. Eric Armstead then gets an arm in there. And he's able to power through that as well. Great. Great pocket movement. Great scrambling ability. Good show of power to get through that and then gain positive yards afterwards. Dives down so he doesn't take a massive hit at the end of the play. That's what Sam Darnold can bring you. If you have no protection for him like the Jets haven't given him since he's been there, he's able to do that. And that, of course, is one of the reasons why he sees ghosts, because, you know, between the fact that he was hit 30-plus times every year he's been in the NFL, sacked 30-plus times every year, plus that shoulder injury from the first clip, of course he's going to see ghosts all the time. Again, Sam is not known for a scrambling ability, but I'll tell you what, he's got good vision. He's fast enough. Is he super athletic like Lamar Jackson or Deshaun Watson? No, but man, he's got great vision. He's hard to bring down, and he knows when to run when it needs time to run. And this is a great example. I mean, Johnson, let's look at this play from his perspective, because Johnson right here, number 45, comes in untouched off the blitz. Untouched. And Darnold shakes it off. Watch this. Darnold shakes this sack. For sure, he ain't even looking until the last second. He sees him, sidesteps. Again, should be a sack. Rips right out of it. Good power. Stay on his feet. Starts to take off. Sees the open hole out here vacated from the blitz. Shakes another defender. And it's off to the races. Off to the races. Uses some blocks out in the open field. Knows, oh, what a cut. Just lost the cornerback out there. My goodness, man. This is a heck of a 48-yard touchdown or something of that nature? I mean, I don't know. Let's go back and look. 46-yard touchdown scramble where he shakes a sack and then puts a move on two different defenders in the open field for a 46-yard scrambling touchdown. Those of you who are used to having pocket quarterbacks, this is an extra bonus. This is straight up extra bonus right here for you. Because this is something that he has that he can bring to a game. Now, it's not something you're going to see day in, day out, week in, week out. But this is something that he can do. He's just a good, not dynamic, but good scrambling quarterback with good open field moves, and he's tough to bring down. Check one in the box for Sam Darnold. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please take a moment, smash that like button, and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so that you're notified next time I go live or upload a video. I go live once a week, at least 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Friday. And I upload videos all the time for the entire NFL. So please, give me a follow, smash that like button, and until next time, have a good one. Do you have a team that runs the ball really, really well and need a quarterback that can actually run the play-action pass very well to take advantage of the good run game? Let's talk about Sam Darnold, because this man can do exactly that. On this play, see, a lot of quarterbacks, they're not fast. You got your pocket quarterbacks like Phillip Rivers, who just can't get out on stretch run play-action passes to get the ball to make it look good, right? To make it look like it could legitimately be a run. But on this play, as you see, you got Frank Gore out there, which everybody has to respect Frank Gore. Yes, he's like 106 years old as a running back, but still, the man is effective at running the football, okay? He still does a good job, so they have to respect him, as this Denver defense shows. Watch Sam Darnold, how he does this. I'm going to show it in regular speed, and then we'll show it in slow-mo. Look at that. That's just beautiful. That's just beautiful, okay? Now let's go back to the slow-mo and watch him hand this off. This is great, because this is going to hold up these linebackers right here. Keep them near the line of scrimmage, because they have to respect Frank Gore. And this is a stretch out run. Look, he gets out there right in the breadbasket, brings the ball in right at the last second. That kept these guys over here. Now, looky out here, you've got a guy crossing right across where the linebacker should be stepping back into zone coverage. Too late, because that play action kept him close. Now watch this delivery by Sam Darnold. This is positively beautiful. Beautiful. Look where he places that football in the crossing pattern. Right in front of the receiver where he don't even have to slow down. This is a perfect pass. Catches him in stride while he's open so that he can use that speed after the catch to continue up the field. Now the problem is that receiver is not super fast. If you have a really fast wide receiver in the slot that's going to run those, you got a quick slot receiver that can run these. Oh, yeah, off of play action, that's big yardage because, my goodness, this is perfectly thrown, well caught. Guy never had to slow down. The only problem is, look, yeah, he wasn't able to turn the corner. A quicker receiver could turn that corner. Let's check out the next clip. Something similar. You have any idea how hard it is to actually throw against the direction that you're moving? In this play, Sam Darnold is literally stepping to his left and then throws hard right. He gets through his progressions really quick and dumps the ball off to the running back because he's the only guy open. Now let's watch this play and break it down. It's a simple play. It's simple, but it picks up yards. It's an effective pass play. Let's watch it as we see. Now, as this ball is snapped, he steps back into the pocket, looks. Right now, there's no one really open. You might have this guy, but you got this zone defense, man. They're all looking right back at him, and it's just a jumble. He can't throw the football yet. So he waits. He sees all the defensive guys over here on the right. So he's going to step over to the left. Still looking. Not anyone really open. You got this guy and this guy. Both these guys got good coverage on theirs. This guy's well covered. This guy, he's supposed to move across here, so he can't throw that football because that'd be a pick six. So he starts to step to his left. As you see, the only guy available to throw right now is the running back, Pirine. And he's stepping to the left. He squares his body and throws the football. Watch how well he throws this football. He throws this football and leads the running back out the direction that he's moving, and leads him perfectly to the speed that he was running. He's stepping to the left and throws hard right as a right-handed quarterback and led him beautifully so that he could catch, turn upfield, and get some yardage. That is a heck of a play by a quarterback. I don't care what kind of quarterback you are. That is a tough throw to make. And yeah, it's just a short dump off, but he does a good job stepping away from the defense. And watch this throw. Watch it. He led him perfectly with an easy pass. Now, this is the first game back from that shoulder injury, okay? First game back from that shoulder injury. So he doesn't have the super hard throwing power, right? Because it hurts when he throws the football. It's only 2 games after the injury. So he has to throw a little bit different. He throws a very catchable football by leading the receiver and allowing him to get yak yards. Great play by Sam Darnold. Week 8 against Kansas City. Second game back after the injury. And his shoulder still hurts him. He has to leave after this game and not play again until week 12. So, he's got to throw the football a little bit different still, right? He can't put all that power into the pass. This play exemplifies again that even without throwing power, he's very accurate and can deliver a very catchable football. On this play, he's got a 50-50 receiver, rookie Denzel Mims, right down here at the bottom of the screen. And he delivers a beautiful ball, a beautiful high-arcing fade pass for Mims to catch. If you got, now this is a play that is ultimately incredibly dangerous, obviously, in the red zone, right? Back of the end zone, you always want that quarterback that could drop a dime in the back of the end zone. This is that exact play. And he throws that perfectly to Mims. If you got a 50-50 guy that could jump up and catch a football on a fade pass, what's the pass that he throws here? This is freaking beautiful. Look at the arc. Nice, beautiful arc, easily trackable. Drops the ball right along the sideline. Man, that's gorgeous. That's a pass that is in his pocket now because he was forced to throw those kind of passes without having any kind of throwing power. Which means that's in his arsenal that he could use. A lot of guys that are professional quarterbacks who have that arm power, they don't use that little touch pass very often. And sometimes you got to be able to use it. Darnold has the throwing power, but he also shows here he's got the touch to pick up big yards on a nice long pass by throwing this kind of throw. And that's perfect. I mean, good Lord, that was perfect. Love it. But because of this throw right here, not necessarily this throw, but because he's had to throw all game, 2 games in a row, shoulder still hurts, he has to miss. They got to sit him out because they brought him back way too soon. So we ain't going to see him for a few more games. Week 13 against the Raiders, he sat out a few weeks, let that shoulder heal up, got a little bit of that arm strength back. And he shows it here, not only arm strength, but his quick release right there near the end zone. Man, I'll tell you what, did you have a quarterback last year that just was not good enough this close up into the red zone and wasn't able to punch that ball in because he didn't have the arm strength or the release in order to make passes like this right here? Sam Darnold's your guy. I mean, my goodness, this is excellent job of reading, seeing your guy settle into the zone, and firing exactly when he needs to. Watch the release. Watch how quick. Bam! That is a fast release. That was a cannon of a release right there. Look. Gone. Good release. Now, he doesn't have all of his arm strength back because, I mean, quite frankly, he's on the injury report the rest of the season. So this ain't even all of his arm strength. But this is beautiful because he's throwing the football right now. The anticipation. Look when he starts throwing the football. Right now. He is throwing the football. These guys are still in the middle of their moves. But he knows he's going to be open right here. So he throws at that point against this zone, knowing that this guy is pulling him out. There's going to be a little quick, tight window right here. And he knows he's got some of his arm strength back. He can hit that window. And he does. He throws that window perfectly right there. Good anticipation of where the defenders are going to be, where exactly on the field the receiver is going to be when he turns around to look for the football. This is prime first and goal or goal to go passing situation with the power to be able to get the ball in and the release that does not allow defenders to react quick enough to make a play on the football right along the goal line. Don't get more basic of a route combination than this. This is a 15-yard dig route. It is a common route right here by Perryman. He's going to come out here to about the 30 and dig inside. And quite frankly, this is incredibly good coverage by the cornerback. Incredibly good coverage. Watch him. He never really gives up. There's no separation. So this is as tight of a throw as you possibly can have. Watch the arm strength. Remember, he's got that bad shoulder, but he times that throw perfectly when he makes that dig, anticipating exactly where he's going to throw the football, and throws that football hard enough to where the corner cannot get to the receiver fast enough to make a play on the football. That is beautiful. That is a great pass, great anticipation on a simple dig route. This not only takes arm strength, but it takes incredible accuracy and anticipation. And Darnold shows all three of them. Avoids the pass rush by stepping off to the side in order to do so. Watch the blitz. He's pushed out, picked up well, but stepped up. He's getting hit as he throws this football. All right. This is a great play all around. Here comes the blitz. Look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys blitzing. This is an all-out blitz. An 8-man blitz by Seattle against Sam Darnold. Are you kidding me? He holds on to the football long enough for the receiver, Perryman, to get 15 yards downfield and make the cut on the dig route. He sidesteps the pressure here. As he throws, he's got guys coming in to hit him here. He's got guys coming in to hit him here. Still, great pass under pressure. Throws a rocket down the field perfectly to where only the receiver can receive it. Bam. That is gorgeous. That is as good of a throw as you can make in that specific situation, even if it is your common dig route. All right, we're playing against the Rams, and yes, the Jets and Sam Darnold beat the Rams in this game. And there's reasons for that. Sam Darnold on this play recognizes busted coverage. Complete and utter busted coverage. It's 3rd down and 5. So the most important thing is to get a first down. Yes, they could get a touchdown here. They're only like 17 yards away from a touchdown. But the most important thing is make sure you get that first down because it's 3rd down. It's 3rd and 5. Now on this play, when the ball is snapped, you got single high safety playing middle of the field, right? You got zone defense. And the majority of your defenders is on the right side of the field, which is what this play is designed for. You're supposed to have this tight end cross over, and then your slot receiver is going to cross over and should be open. Should be open for a reception, which would be a first down. But the problem is, in this zone, there's no one on the defense covering the flat for the running back over here. And Sam recognizes this immediately. At the snap, he recognized it. He let it draw out a little bit, throws a good pass. Now, the pass that he throws, you watch. He throws a very catchable football, because he knows the most important thing is for him to catch the football and get the first down. So he's not trying to rocket it out there to him. So he throws this little lob pass out to the running back, make sure he's able to catch it. Then the running back does the rest, gets the touchdown. It's perfect. It's perfect. And to be fair, the play itself, the design of the play itself was exactly what it was supposed to do, because that slot receiver does end up open. He does. You see how both these linebackers crossing over, he ends up open. And he would have got the first down. But because Sam seen the busted coverage on the running back, touchdown, baby. Touchdown. Okay, so Sam Darnold's still young. He'll be 23 this year, but he's played 3 years in the NFL. And because he's still young, he's got time. And here's one of the issues that he's got that needs to be fixed. And it'll get fixed through experience. Most young quarterbacks have this exact same problem where defenses can disguise their coverage and fool a quarterback into thinking that it is man or zone when in fact it is the other. And on this play, he honestly believes this is man coverage. At the snap, you look, you got a bunch of guys over here, looks like they're manned up on the receivers, right? Your cornerbacks and stuff all moved over to follow. As the play develops, again, looks like you got man coverage, right? But here's the problem. It's not man coverage, because if you would look, these guys, all of them, are looking back at the quarterback, which means this is not man coverage. This is zone. And Cleveland disguised this beautifully, because at the last second, this guy here is let off out of his zone, and he drops back into his regular zone and gets into the passing lane. This is a dangerous pass. If he'd have recognized this, he would have never thrown that football at all. Never thrown that football, because that's dangerous. It could have been an interception. Most definitely. He let him pass out. He dropped into his zone. At the last second, he turned around. Could have had a pick. Could have been a pick six. Because he's throwing really tight coverage. It looks like he's throwing into tight coverage, but generally it's not. Had this been man like he thought it was, this would have been a perfect throw. This guy would have never been here. He would have followed him up. And there's plenty of space here for him to rocket that ball in there to pick up 9 yards on this pass. And maybe make a move outside as he comes in and maybe pick up even more yardage. But this was beautifully done by the defense. He just needed to see, like I said, all these other defenders back here. He needs to watch the coverage and see if they're looking at him or paying attention to who they're covering. Because these guys are all looking back, not at who they're covering. They're looking back at the quarterback. And he's still young and inexperienced in this situation. And all it's going to take is just time. Time to learn how to recognize this right away and not make really dangerous passes when a defense is literally hiding what they're doing to you. And this happens quite a bit with Sam Darnold, but a good quarterback coach will be able to help him realize. Now, he was under pressure, so he had to get rid of that football. But when he threw that football, he thought for sure this was a definite pass and catch. But he shouldn't have thrown that football right there. Should not have. So that's a mark against Sam Darnold. But something that can be taught. Just needs a good quarterback's coach to teach him that. On this play against the Patriots, Week 17, Sam Darnold performs a big fat no-no, which ends up with an interception. Big fat no-no. Why in the world does he do this? Well, let me explain. Looks like it's just a terrible accuracy throw issue where he overthrows the receiver terribly for an easy interception, which is ran back for some extra yards. But that's, in fact, not the case. That's, in fact, not the case. Fact of the matter is, let's watch this slowly. As this ball breaks down, he's getting ready to throw the football. He knows the receiver's about to cut back inside on this little 7 hook route right here, right? Inside hook route. And there's no one here. So he wants to throw this ball. This is a nice big chunk yardage play if this is an accurate throw, right? Why is it not an accurate throw? Watch. He goes through his progression still. As he throws the football, still plenty of space here. Just needs to be somewhat accurate. He hammers that ball in there, rockets it. but it's overthrown. Why is that? Well, let's go from his perspective and we'll see why this is a big fat no-no on his part. All right, here's the play action. He steps back, going through his progressions. He sees this guy. He's getting ready to throw the football. Now, he's throwing, and at the last second, as he's in mid-throw, he sees a guy jumping up. You got hands in the way. So he adjusts the pass to avoid the hands in mid-throw. You can't do that. Let them swat the ball down. If they hit the ball, they hit the ball. Odds are when someone swats the ball at the line of scrimmage, it's going to get swatted straight down. Occasionally it'll get swatted up in the air. Then it's 50-50 for anybody to go up there and try to knock the ball down or intercept it. That happens. Deal with that. Deal with the defensive lineman or linebacker knocking the ball down at the line of scrimmage, okay? Do not adjust the pass to get the ball over hands. Because when you do that, you're overthrowing your target. He adjusts it to get, releases it just a hair early to get that ball over the hands of the defenders so that it'll get out there. But in doing so, it plays right into the defense because now you got guys playing deep safety over the top who's just going to catch the ball and run it back. You can't do that kind of stuff. You can't. Sam has to learn, go through your normal throwing motion. The problem with this play is it's a tie ball game. It's 2nd down and 5. 2nd down and 5, right? And it's a tie ball game, 14 in all. In the third quarter, at the end of the third quarter, they have a chance to win this game against the Patriots. And yet, at the last second, he releases the football. He'd have had a better shot of holding on to the football and tucking it, running out, and maybe dumping it off to the running back. But at the last second, he releases it early. Ball sails, predictably. Easy interception. Easy interception. Again, quarterback coach. This is very, very coachable. You do not take chances by adjusting your release or your throwing motion in mid-motion, especially when this is a winnable football game at the time. So both things that I've noticed this season that had nothing to do with the talent around him or, the talent around him when it comes to the offensive line or the receivers, or his fact that he was injured on his throwing shoulder. Both things that I noticed, easily coachable. You just need a good quarterback's coach. Someone who could coach that out of him. It's very simple. Quite frankly, after watching this season, I think Sam Darnold on a better team with a good offensive line and a solid run game, doesn't even matter how good the receivers are. Just a good run game with a good offensive line, Sam Darnold will do great. Teams like the New England Patriots, but I don't think the Jets will ever trade trade Sam Darnold to New England. That's in division. The Indianapolis Colts would be a great place for him because, come on, the head coach, Frank Reich, right? You couldn't ask for a better situation to have a former quarterback as your head coach to help teach you out of those issues that you have as a young quarterback. I think the Denver Broncos would be a nice spot. I think the San Francisco 49ers would be a really good spot. They have an offensive line. They got a good run game. Sam Darnold would fit great with them too. I would not put Sam Darnold on the Chicago Bears because you'll be in the same situation. Their run game ain't the best and their offensive line ain't the best. He'll be in a very similar situation. Not good. Philadelphia Eagles, same thing. They've been having issues with their offensive line with injuries and stuff. I don't think he'll do good in Philadelphia. Get yourself someone that's got a very solid, established offensive line and a coach that could coach you out of that situation, those two problems, and you could have a franchise quarterback for a long, long time. Because, like I said, he's played 3 years. He's only 23. There's rookie quarterbacks coming out of the draft this year that are the same age. And he's got 3 years experience. But he's played under a terrible coaching staff, horrible offensive line, and not much talent around him. Thanks for watching my film breakdown of Sam Darnold. Jets quarterback. Who knows? Jets could trade him out. He could be a gem that a lot of people are not recognizing right now. And because of just how bad his numbers was, don't realize what the issues actually are for Sam Darnold and that he could legitimately still be a great quarterback in the NFL. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, hit the like button if you enjoyed this. Subscribe to my channel. That way you're notified next time I go live. Don't forget, check out my Patreon page. It's in the description. And until next time, I'm Lawrence Owen. Film Room Breakdown. Sam Darnold. Have a good one.